Click the subscribe button and press the bell icon to never miss a video from Josh Talks.
Ajke Poush Sankranti, today is Poush Sankranti. Those of you who are from Bengal would know that this is a very, very auspicious day, and in Gangasagar, deep south, lakhs of pilgrims are today taking a dip. And traditionally, our mothers have usually cooked pithe puli, that's the delicacies that we must all have with Nolen Gur. But why I'm raising this is, if I go back in time, in 1994, I was an additional district magistrate and I was the Mela officer of Gangasagar, where the holy dip is today. And today, it was as a cold morning, it was foggy, and after the dip, the pilgrims were returning back. And midday, there was a story, there was an information that one of the launches with about 100 pilgrims are missing. And it so happened that the launch named Ma Abhaya, it capsized. 100 people lost their lives. And I was there day in and day out on a wooden launch, searching for bodies, using a chopper. We requisitioned the chopper. We moved across, and for 2 days, nothing was there. There were only some clothes and some tidbits. There were no rescuers. The Navy was called in from Visakhapatnam. The helicopter and Air Force was called in from Shillong, and yet from the second day onwards, we could only see upturned, bloated, dead bodies, which had to be pulled up with a bamboo stick and cremated right there and there. It was a harrowing experience that I carry till day. Let me come to another experience which happened 2 years before the Mahabhai incident, very familiar incident. 1992, December 6, demolition of the Babri Masjid. I was additional district magistrate in South 24 Pargana. Metia Purus was burning. We were called to give duty. The army was called in. And in the middle of the night, at 2 a.m., with a huge long column of army, here I was leading the entire column into Tiljola and other areas. And after a time, the car would not get in. The whole place was burning. People were shooting from the roofs, and there was shooting back as well. And one experience that I will remember is that there is a building, there is a narrow road coming to it, and there is another building on the other side. You do not know what is there to the left of this blind alley. Is somebody sitting there with a revolver? Is somebody aiming to shoot anybody who passes that gap? Who would go? The entire force is with you. The entire army is with you. But naturally, it was I and the senior most police officer who was there who just rushed across, crossed the ravine, and of course, nothing happened. But it was one moment in which you feel that you are touching death. So this was another harrowing incident that there are many aspects to it. We will not go into that. But these are also very, very things that leaves a mark on your memory. But there are so many other satisfying experiences in life that I have enjoyed during my career in the IAS. Cut to 2006, December. I am going with my family to Darjeeling. And there's a huge lot of tourists who are going on a bus. And as I was walking by, they stopped. They got down. And they said, "Oh, you are the chief electoral officer. You have done these elections that just passed by. We want to take a picture with you." 2006 was still not selfie friendly, so they were taking a traditional group photo. I had been to buy a medicine, and they all said, "Oh, you are the chief election commissioner." I was not the commissioner. It's called chief electoral officer. But this briefly in the celebrity status was really because in 2006 elections, for the first time, the Election Commission of India brought in all kinds of innovations, and that includes first time paramilitary forces, which basically means BSF and CISF and others, who would be deployed in a civilian election for the first time in 5-phase elections in Bengal. And this worry was always there that they do not know the language, they do not know the local custom, would they overreact and overdo things? So it was very necessary to go from place to place to explain to each district magistrate that these are the protocol, this is the standard operating procedure, this is how you should behave. And in doing so, to cover the entire state, I had to use a helicopter. And one incident with the helicopter, again, is also very much etched in my memory, is that we were passing over Farakka. Close by to the right is Bangladesh. And we were about to land to Malda. And the weather turned foul. It was a single engine Chetak helicopter. And the pilot said, Commander Bishash, we got to do an emergency landing. We can't carry on. To the right is Bangladesh and to the left is Murshidabad, and there is a small paddy field and we are attempting. It was raining very heavily. And by the grace of God, we are averting a few telephone wires and electric wires. We landed in a tilted position in the middle of a paddy field, and close by, very close by, there were double-storied buildings. Fortunately, the rotor did not hit. We promised that we will never again in our life ride a helicopter again. Of course, we did not keep that. These are experiences that we savor. And one thing that is also doing a very good thing is that the joy of creation in public life. It is said that life is an experience. And as Eleanor Roosevelt had said, life is nothing but a way of having various experiences. You savor the experiences and remember that. That is the way to get happiness. I will say that in public service, in whatever form, if you are able to associate yourself, you will have experience that is hard to match. Join the government. Thank you.
Tell us what you think about this video and don't forget to like, share and subscribe.